Attention, please. The murmur thread demands immediate action. Our first order of business.
So this update is based on a decoration. It's not a room you have to create or anything like the last Warframe. It's a decoration. You, you decorate a gargoyle in your dojo, and once you decorate the gargoyle in your dojo, you keep feeding it resources based on missions that you're doing. And then you go back to this location, and then you speak to the gargoyle that's in this location. Um, and then it gives you rewards based on your mission type. At least that's what it's saying. Now, unfortunately, oh, okay, they did create it. Fast travel to the necklace. So this is a first time for me. I'll see how it's gonna go. At least I'm assuming what I'm thinking is what's going on. I'm just going off what they gave me. They say decorate the dojo with a gargoyle and then come back to us. So far there have been 2 updates to this one update. There's update 35 Whispers in the Wall and update 35.1 or .01, which is Gargoyle's Cry. This one. 2 updates in December.
Lloyd, oh, you are looking rested. Might there be anything I can assist you with?
One must make the best of things.
Yes. Of course.
'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. To better times ahead.
You. Papa saw promise in you. Very good.
Okay, it says here, you would agree, and Yahoo Gargoyle installed within each Tenno dojo is the obvious solution. Without connecting dojos, overheating first. Overhearing, I'm not seeing correctly. I'm thinking overheating. Yeah, my eyesight is getting bad. Maybe I'm too far away. Your compliance is appreciated. The whole gargoyle awaits within your dojo. Simply place there as a decoration. Enemy does not hesitate. Okay, so 2 things came out today. So last week was the update for Whispers in the Wall, and this week, the following week, is the update, continuing update, the next update, which was pretty fast. But they did say they were going to bring out 2 updates in December. And I got Infinity Booster skins. Alright, so I think that's it. You create the gargoyle, you donate to the gargoyle, and once the gargoyle is finished building, you could then extract, from what I'm hearing, you can extract resources or benefits from the resources from it.
Please, remember to hand in any vocal. I wouldn't bother going mad, Tenno. It may be dreadfully tempting, but it really does not help. Ah, a fresh opportunity to continue my Albrecht's work. This ought to keep the company is always welcome down here.
There you are. Your attention, please. You have proven yourself worthy of trust. Stick around for a while, will you? As you were.
Alright, so before I do this mission, I want to find out the fastest way to farm and try to eat Lanthorns. The Gargoyle statue only needs 14 more Entrati Lanthorns. I had most of everything and another member had enough. We only need 14 Entrati Lanthorns for the statue. I don't know why I thought it was a room that needed to be built for this new update, but it's just a statue. And then I guess after statues build, you could extract rewards from it or interact with it. So it's not like it's a normal statue. At least that's what it's saying. So this update is a little weird. So I have to look online for the best place to farm and try the Lanthorns real fast. Then I have to, after I start building, I will have to see how I could rush it, which means I'll probably have to end the broadcast, because the moment you go into trying to buy platinums, it knocks out your whole online thing, because you're actually buying a product using real world money. Because for already did my whole grinding for plats, and I forgot that I haven't ground for plats for the past month, so I have no choice but to do this one. It'll be the first one in like 3 months since I've actually bought using real world money. But once this is done, I don't have to worry about this anymore, since their next update will be 3 months, 2 or 3 months from now. So that's about the only time. The only time you use real world money in this game is when it's necessary. This is not a pay to win game, even though there are pay to win things in it. You can earn everything in this game, like everything, without even spending a single dime. You only spend money when you really don't have time for the game because you're busy in life or you're doing other things. So this is what I'm going to do. So it says right here the best location to farm lanthorns, which is the most difficult resources for the gargoyle, is, let's see where this guy is going. Mission is this.
Trotty lanthorns, a resource that is so elusive a lot of people have trouble farming it even till this day. In today's video I'll be telling you the 3 methods of farming this resource, and I'm going to be telling you my personal best and most efficient method of farming this resource. So where can we farm Entrati lanthorns? Entrati lanthorns are a resource in the Zeremon 10.0. There are 3 primary ways of getting this resource. First of all, we have bounties, of course, with different chances and of course different efficiencies as well. We have storage containers, and of course we do have sentinels as well, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Now, we have 2 alternative methods. We have you have a small chance from excavators deployed in the Zeremon system, and you also can get your Smida Kavata charm and hopefully get the resource that way. Now, on the wiki it does say rare drop from enemies. Now, I've been playing extermination missions inside the Zeremon tile set for the past couple of months. So 3 months, almost every single day Zeremon missions. I am 98% sure you don't get them from enemies, only from crates. So, with that out of the way, let's continue on with the first one, bounties. So, we have tier 1, 2, and 3 bounties, each one rewarding you with 1, and then, of course, for the second and third tier bounty, we get 3 Entrati lanthorns as a reward. Now, the percentages are 4% for tier 1, 2.5 for tier 2, and 7.41% chance for tier 3. Now, honestly, if the mission is exterminate, do it. The exterminate is the best and the fastest mission that you can do in the Zeremon tile set, so do it. Hopefully you get 3, if not then unlucky. Now, the second one, storage containers. Of course, Smira Kavat is going to be very helpful here, a resource shot chance booster and a blessing as well, and a resource double booster just so we get more and make that more efficient. Now, pick up a Warframe such as Zaku, Chroma, or Limbo. All 3 maxed out on range. Of course, Chroma with Elemental Ward, Limbo with Cataclysm, and Zaku with all of the Devastal Time. And pick yourself up an AoE weapon with a really big blast radius. Now, I use the Tenant Envoy. Of course, if you have Prime Firestorm, use it. I personally don't because I don't really play AoE weapons. But I picked Zaku. Zaku is, of course, in my opinion, a really good Warframe for, of course, extermination missions. This is the build that I use if I want to break crates and make myself get at least 1 or 2 Entrati lanthorns per one. Of course, Limbo Cataclysm, there you go, almost forgot what it's called, is extremely good as well, so you can use him as well. But honestly, Zaku is my favorite pick. Now, Sentinels. Sentinels have a mod called Spare Parts mod, which gives you a 45% chance on death of the Sentinel to drop a rare resource. Now, you can use Taxon, you can use Shade, Carrier, it doesn't really matter, Worm as well, any single Sentinel as long as it is one and can equip the Spare Parts mod. How is this going to function? Well, first of all, you're going to enter the mission itself. You're going to go inside of your operator, go inside of void mode, let your Sentinel die because the enemies are going to target the Sentinel first. Once the Sentinel dies, it has a 45% chance of dropping you something. Now, in the base, you have 4 revives. If you have 2 arcanes, you have 6. So, if you die 5 times, you can repeat this 5 times over, times 45%. You have a pretty good chance of getting an Entrati lanthorn. I play these missions every single day. Honestly, I've been extremely unlucky, but you might have better luck than I do. Now, we have covered all 3 ways of farming Entrati lanthorns and the 3 best ways. How to combine them to possibly the best way of farming Entrati lanthorns. If there's a tier 3 bounty, extermination mission, do it. You have a base 7.41, chance to get Enchanted Lanthorns, and 3 of them per completion. Then, Sentinel with the spare parts mod. Enter the mission, die 5 times over, or 4 times if you're not secure. If you think you're gonna die one more time and not gonna be able to revive yourself, then die 4 times, of course, if you have an Arcane from the spare parts mod, and if not, then run around the map, basically clearing out the whole map, and then just breaking crates, and hopefully you get it. Now, very cool thing, Primed Animal Instinct or Animal Instinct is going to be extremely good on your Sentinel, because then you will see on the minimap if there's something on that's dropped on the ground, a resource, or maybe even a Nathan Sculpture or Void Loop. So, basically, that is my tip and my guide how to farm Enchanted Lanthorns. This is possibly the best way, honestly, with this sort of setup. So, enter the Extermination mission, die 5 times, and then complete the mission. I usually get 3 or even 4 guaranteed, and I can get 7 if I'm extremely lucky with the rewards of the bounties. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your lovely host, the Game Weasel. If you guys...
Alright, so based on that, it says to use Zaku, that I might or I might not, simply because I'm not sure if Hydroid or Necros gives additional resource chance to get the Lanthorns. Typically they are used for farming additional resource off the bodies of enemies. So I'm still for pulling resource out of the bodies of enemies. So I'm thinking, even though Zaku might be the best choice for this matter, I think I should just go with Hydroid and see how it goes. Lanthorns is the last we have to add to the Gargoyle, and after the Gargoyle is done, we got the Gargoyle deco done, right? Lanthorns. Lanthorns remains. Lanthorns remains. Zariman. Zariman needed. Break crates. Break open crates. I wish I could, when I do these videos, it would show me the text, but it's invisible to anyone watching. Only I could see it while I'm texting. In Zariman mission. So, after that, donate to Gargoyle in statue room. Alright, so this is what I'm going with. I'll test out Hydroid and see how he works. And that's that. Make sure I have the right sigil on. Otherwise I'm giving the powers to different syndicates. And I'll do a couple of missions, and I might have to buy plats, depending on how much is needed to rush the damn thing. It's the first time I'll have to buy plats in like 3 months. Usually I farm and I sell all my prime stuff to people and get some plats in return. But probably once every 3 months I actually buy real plats, which is not bad, because in this game you don't have to do any use real world money at all. So that's the beautiful part about this game. I actually see people online talking about pay to win, that this is a pay to win game, and a lot of people who are unfamiliar with this game, this is not a pay to win game. You don't have to pay anything to win. The only payment is required in this game is for you to invest time in it. And people say, well, that's the whole point of pay to win. No one wants to invest time in it, so they have to pay in order to win and catch up to everyone else. But I would let's be real. If you're planning on catch up to people who've been playing this for years, you either have to pay to catch up to them, or you have to spend time and invest. The game is not going to speed up so you could catch up to everyone because you're just jumping into Warframe now, or into any game now. It's not going to assist you that level to give you things for which people had to physically earn it on their own, the hard way. And the game is not like that either. It's not going to take so much time from you that would take you years to catch up to everyone. This is not, this is not one of those online games where it would take years to catch up to everyone, or even an entire year to catch up to everyone. That's why I find it funny when people say, well, the grind is so long. It's like, no, it's not. The people who made this game made it specifically so that the grind is not so long. The idea of people who claim this game to be so long, or it's so tedious and it's so long, is because those people are the worst type of human beings on the planet. They want to get to the location and get the things now. They're the worst human beings on the planet. The worst. The worst. Because they want to be in the same boat as everyone else, but they don't want to invest the time that took you weeks, months, years to get to. They want to be where you are, and they refuse to pay money in order to do so, to be where you are, and refuse to pay time if they don't want to pay money. Well, how do you think things work in life? If you're not going to do the physical labor because you don't want to work, then you have to pay, so you get what it is that you have to do physical labor for, or vice versa. There is no in between. And in this game, it somewhat offers you a relay towards the in between, because you don't really have to pay, but you don't really have to grind a lot either. It's a balancing act. It gives you the opportunity to get to where you need to get to very fast. So if you spend, like, say 10 hours or 8 hours on this game when you first play it, and you buy something like a resource booster or a credit booster or affinity booster, you buy all three of them, and you spend 8 hours on this game just for your first day, you literally save 8 days 8 full days of playing this game. Whereas if you didn't have those resources, it would have taken you 8 weeks of getting those things. That's why this game is good. Because this balancing act is good that way. It's like, well, how is it good that way? Because without those resources, it would take you more than 8 weeks. You know, it would have taken you 800 weeks. Probably, actually, no. I would say 800 weeks. Might take you 16 weeks. That's how it would be. Like in most games, if you were to farm something in Warframe that would take you an entire week to complete, it would take you double the amount of time in another free-to-pay MMORPG game. It would take you 2 weeks to about a month to get everything you need in those games. The balancing act in this game is pretty fast. You get things pretty quick. And the best part is you can have a squad that allows you within your 8 hours of playing for that one day to assist you to get things faster. So if you're trying to get fast towards the halfway point or even towards the 25% point, just join people in squads, and before you get offline and go back to work or do whatever, you've now reached the 25% marker simply because you play with people. You have to play smarter when it comes to video games. You don't work harder, you work smarter. People who just want to assume this game is a pay to win are people who don't want to work hard nor want to work smart. They just want to get things right away. They're the worst human beings on the planet. They expect to be in the same boat as you do, but they don't even want to invest the time or the money. They're the worst human beings on the planet. They want to be in the same room, watching the same goddamn show, having the same nice things you have, having the same good food you have, getting the same respect you have. Everything. But they don't want to work for it, nor do they want to pay for it. They deserve to be shunned and laughed at and made fun of because they're a problem in society. And this applies to things outside the game and inside the game. If you don't assist people, you won't get assistance in return. And if you do assist people, but all the time and you get no respect in return, then you must invest your time with someone else and other people and leave those people to handle business on their own. And regardless if they bitch, moan, or complain, be like, nope, that ship have sailed a long time ago. You must survive on your own. You get no assistance from people who you've never respected to assist you. The same in this. If I've been helping people all the time, but I get no respect in return for things I've been doing for the clan and the dojo, I don't help those people anymore. I let them decide to stay or to go, and I tell people in the clan, like, nah, don't help them. Don't help this person. If the person don't want to play Warframe anymore because nobody's helping him, good, fuck them. Fuck them. Because they're takers. They're not givers or give and take people. They're just takers.
Now, students, nobody's perfect, not even a girl.
everyone pulling together. This place is one bad decision away from heading. We're all trusting in you. The Zariman is holding steady.
Alright, so I don't have to do the Zariman mission. I just have to return to the dojo and check out the statue and see what's the value of the statue based on full completion. So Gargoyle's coil allows you to do a mission once you finish building the Gargoyle. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it says for the update. We got 2 updates for this December. Last week's update is update 35, which is Whispers in the Wall, and this is also Whispers in the Wall, update 35.1 or 0.01.
Hello? Can you hear me? Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on the laying of this, the foundation stone of a future both stable and secure. Your dojo may now connect with others to form a mighty bastion against the murmurs, nullifying, and relentless expansion. What? A miscalculation, surely? New plan. The gargoyle must be recalibrated discreetly, as it would appear that already something is attempting ingress. I only calibrated for egress. Why did I only calibrate for egress? To the labs! To Ifavo! Like, now! Quickly! To Ifavo! Calm heads, everyone! Calm heads! Thank you so much for bringing me into your home. You know, it's not quite as squalid as I had feared. Why not ask some guests from another clan over to admire your handiwork? Think how jealous they would be.
Okay, so location Ervodemos. Location Ervodemos. Ervodemos.
Decluttering. Ever heard of it? Rewards for your discretion concerning the, my miscalculation.
Oh, that is beautiful. It gives you, if what I'm seeing is correct, this is fantastic. If this is full form, fully made arcanes and not in their unupgraded form, it's beautiful. Even if it's not in their full form, full upgraded form, if they're all zeros, it's still every arcane you gain from a mission in Eidolon Hunt or any form of arcanes, you can now acquire them through this gargoyle. Oh, this is magnificent. Like, you would never have to worry about fighting that giant size Eidolon again. Like, you would do it just for fun. Or maybe the missions that you have to do to get these arcanes are equally as hard. But more options is beautiful, especially for players who are too weak, who would just join Warframe, and it will be too difficult for them to farm arcanes from fighting giant-sized bosses. This is magnificent right here.
My humble tank is a palace compared to some
Good
doses
decision by
I've
them.
seen.
Good decision.
Real shitholes.
Alright. This is also weird that a fish is imbued within a gargoyle's body. Because he's a fish. And his head is attached to the gargoyle's body. So, okay. I should thank the people again. Now we all have
Were you aiming for a sort of Rococo effect?
now we all have another option of arcane grind. Especially for new players. I'm doing this on a controller, that's why it takes so long. If I was on PC, it would be shorter
Everything that goes on in this dojo.
to the game. Alright, so now I know what I have to do. I don't have to mess with Zarman. I could full on go Deimos and do a couple of missions for myself. I don't have to farm anything for the clan because the statue is already built. But I did contribute most of the resources needed for the statue. And one or two of my members had to donate the rest for the lanthorns. So we're good to go. Survival. Maybe this will help. Let me visit the sanctum first and then see what they say with regards to a fully made gargoyle. Maybe there's additional content. And of course it's a new operation, so maybe the new operation has been unlocked as well. I also like the fact that we no longer have to deal with this door anymore. This used to be a door that was only accessible by an operator, just like on Plains of Iolon. Now the Warframe can walk through it as well. It's no longer limited to the operator itself. Why? Because Lloyd, or the real Lloyd, not the machine Lloyd, allow you to give access to this new area down here after you discover the bigger story to what's going on within Warframe. So it's no longer a respect towards operators. It's kind of like a respect towards the Warframe as well. Before it was more like a prestige thing. Only operators are allowed in here.
Let's have you tidy up, hmm? I do hope Tagfer understands.
One must make the best of things. Welcome, once again, to the chaotic... I hear his voice sometimes. When Oh, I'll just pop off and... All satisfactory, I trust.
There's something wrong. Papa's plan, the fish says. All of this to his design. But how could Papa have known it would go down like this? Us getting smart. Min... Unless he had some hand in it. But Papa's trip to the Void went bad as well, right? That wasn't planned. Or else he wouldn't be so rushed and... panicked? Maybe Papa screwed up. Maybe this was all an accident. Lloyd put me in charge of getting you into the Netracells. I'm thinking maybe there's something in there that might give us a clue to why this all had to happen. Or at least smash or steal something the dirtbag that did this to us cares about. The Servalite's gotta have some hope, right? If there's anything in the Netracells about the vessels, steal it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I love this dude. Everyone says he's the most annoying person within this new update because he's always depressed because he doesn't have a woman anymore. He's one of these creatures that breed so that his species could exist, and he's the last of his species, so it can't breed anymore and it's by itself, so you feel sorry for it. So it's always complaining to you that how come it's by itself in the world. It's always depressed. So it's actually funny. Like, he doesn't give a shit. Like, I have to work. God damn it. There's three of them. There's the fish, there's him, and then there's the bird.
Oh, hey! You wanna bang McFlat? Mr. Tagfer is very still and very quiet. Like a dead thing in the hot green thing I think that came from. Jungle. He must be practicing. Mr. Tagfer? Wow, he's really good at that. Dead thing. Is Min a dead thing? Can my friends be dead things? Can I be a dead thing? Oh, Papa will bring her back. Papa can do that. Papa will let us be dead things. Papa, Bark, loves us. Yes, Bark, yes, Bark, Bark. Mr. Fishanachi, he'd know. Papa's plan, he said. So, have fun!
Yeah, all these animals in here are kind of freaking out because they're like I think he's not the last of his species, but like they don't understand how come they can talk and why they could communicate now. I mean, they realize they're experiments by Entrati, but it's like they're just discovering the world that they're in now. Like, it's a new experience for them, even though they've been around all this time. So they're questioning their existence now because they have a level of intelligence that was given to them. So they're extremely smart. Like, they're super smart based on what they are. Like, if a chicken start talking to you, you know, start figuring out how math problems work. Like, it's bizarre.
Yellow! You got it.
So he's the one that gives you the best stuff. The other one gives you arcanes, but he gives you some of the best stuff. He gives you weapon blueprints. He gives you Warframe blueprints. He gives you Warframe mods. So he's the one you go to when you first access Whispers in the Wall and finish the missions. So he's the most badass one out of all of them because he gives you the Warframe that you need, Corvex, which is like the Rumbler Warframe. And he gives you all the mods, he gives you the weapons, he gives you additional resources as well, and I believe upgrades such as arcanes as well for your weapons. The other one gives you arcane general all around for other things, but he's the one you go to when you first finish the game, Whispers in the Walls. I won't spend it there. I invested in things that are more important. So I have to, in order for me to access these things, I have to complete my standing with this new syndicate. I wouldn't call them a syndicate, but they're this new house. It's like House Atreides or something. You can't just join House Atreides in Doom. You have to do the soldiers' work in order to join House Atreides. That's what they are. They're like House Atreides. You can't just pop up. You have to do work for them in order to join the House Atreides. But it's not House Atreides, it's House Corvia or Cavia. House Cavia. That's what I'm gonna call them, House Cavia, rather than call them a syndicate. Syndicates usually indicates like there's something bad. They're not really a syndicate, unless their job is to do syndicate work, which is not. Alright, so I'm gonna do some stuff with them, and then probably stay on for about another 30 minutes, and then hop on to Final Fantasy. Maybe an hour here. Hour of grind. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do an hour of grind.
What do you mean?
To build standing. Because I
You
need
have proven yourself worthy of trust.
this.
Stick around for a while, will you?
Actually, I need a lot. Boy, Joe. Okay, so I'll try to shut up and just concentrate now on gaming. Boy, Joe.
One struggles to fathom your priorities. Bloody biped. You have proven yourself worthy of trust. We trust in Papa's wisdom.
Oh, I just recently found out. I don't know how I didn't know this before. I just recently found out that when I die, if I have spare parts on, if I die in combat and I have spare parts on, it allows me to get an extra item. So if I have range on my Warframe and spare parts on, if this sentient dies, or if I die, whatever is dropped is given back, is refunded to me. I didn't know that before. I just thought it means what it means here. But there's tons of little tricks in Warframe that you would never know. One final thing for people who've never played Warframe: never use the Sentinel. Never use the Sentinel unless you don't want enemies to target you. Unless you're trying to pull the enemies away from your fellow squad members, it's not a good idea to use the Sentinel. The Sentinel's job is to attract the enemy towards it and pull the enemies away from other Warframes. So you're gonna have everyone bum rush you within the range of where it allows. So if I increase the range of my Warframe, it will also follow within that range as well.
It's not dead. You have to kill the smell of it. Understand? Okay, now's your chance. Destroy the book. I told you not to mess with it. I'm glad you're okay.
Crucible! You must feed it the correct amphols. Capsules of elemental forces compressed to a near impossible density. Volatile enough to be used as a grenade, should the need present itself. The problem? Our adversaries have taken Papa's amphols, be it and repatriate them. Gas elemental force. Heat and toxin amphols required. Crucible under pressure. Let's keep the system cooking, shall we? New pressure pad identified. The process will not succeed if pressure continues to rise. Open the release valve! Shazam! Oh, what a gorgeous sub. Who's a pretty sub? But you are. You're a pretty sample, aren't you? Create another. Papa's vessels move one step closer to completion. Huzzah! Should you feel the need to withdraw, the path to the sanctum is open to you. Naturally. Take toxin and electrical amphols. Mix well, and presto! Corrosion shall result.
Alright, I'm gonna pick a survival mission. Survival mission allows you to stay in missions longer. Most people are going to do exterminate to make things quick, but I'm trying to collect more than just one type of resources. Or maybe it's a good idea to just do exterminate over and over again, open boxes, rather than to stay and do survival. Yeah, that seems to be a better choice. Quick, easy, out the way.
Come. We have much. Let us see if we cannot find something suited to your,
That's the best thing. That's how you farm. You do capture, you do exterminate missions. They're quick and easy, and you could farm them real quick. If you get tired of the mission, you can always extract, rinse, repeat, do it again. Survival is more like for those who are long grinders. Seems to be the most logical choice for necro coils. See how much I need.
You have proven yourself.
Okay, I have enough of necro coils now. Also, once again, when you're farming resources, always use warframes that could farm. Either a warframe that has a syndicate mod that you can attach to them that they could farm, or use a warframe that is a farm warframe. Hydroid, Necros. They will allow you to get just 2 more of the resources that you would not have gotten with another warframe. Especially Hydroid, where Necros pulls resources out of dead bodies. Hydroid tentacles pull resources out of the bodies whether they're dead or not. With the tentacles. This one might take a long time, more than one stream. This one I could get. I'm pretty sure I could get today before I log off.
Worthy of trust.
Or before stream lag happens and then this video goes down. Yeah, I think Stilla is a regular resource.
Don't let me hold
So it's
you.
not like a award resource.
You have proven
Yeah, it's a regular
yourself
resource. Okay.
worthy of
Okay. Stilla is a regular
I
resources.
have no choice but to entrust you with this. Please be worthy
Oh,
of
another
it.
thing in Warframe that you might have known if you're just getting into Warframe. the first missions of any missions gives you a lot of things within the first 5 missions, 5 minutes, but it doesn't give you more resources. It just gives you a lot more chance to get the resources. Whereas if you complete bigger missions, the awards that's given is much greater than the awards you would get here. Like anything, the smaller the missions, the less of the award chance you get. Larger missions, the more of the award chance you get. The amount, however, is based on every 5 minutes, 10, 15, rotation A, B, C. It's not based on difficulty levels for drop chances. It's based on rotations. So you get more resources the higher missions you do, but you then start to get less resources based on how long you stay in the mission. So that's always been a thing that attracted me towards Warframe. So I'm going to do this, and maybe I'll get enough Stella in just this last mission, just this one mission itself. But this is an assassination mission, so it's not just a regular mission. This is a regular mission. This is a regular mission plus an assassination. So maybe I want to do this just to see what I'll get. I'll get 15 Stellas. I don't need 15. Let's see, 15 Stellas here, and no Stellas. So what the hell? I'll do the boss. So I'm gonna fight this boss, and after this, if I decide to stay on just a little bit longer, great. If not, I'll run Final Fantasy VII. You're depressed again, man?
Oh, hello. I understand.
Vitrium awaits. Administer the serum. Do not allow the vision to be interrupted by anything. And don't talk to it, even if you die. The murmur stares back at us. Oh, take its eyes. They will lead you to your target. Quickly now. We are losing the signal. Protect the Vitrium scanner.
Oh, just one last bit of advice for those who are play Hydroid. Let your tentacles disappear first before killing the enemies by propelling them up into the air again. Because if you kill them before they propel it back up into the air with the tentacles, you might not get the resources out of them. If you kill them before the tentacles pull the resources from their bodies.
Open that waiting eye into the abyss, Tenno, and defend it whilst the serum does its potent work. A fresh serum, take it. It's yummy.
No, I don't think the Void Angel is glitched. I think you can only access him once you kill enough enemies. I think if you kill enough enemies, then he'll wake up.
I don't know how to eject the Vitrium's one at a time. By all means, make this a group project. Plenty of eyeballs to go around. But do be careful. Go bipeds. The Vitrium is spent, but we must see more. Locate another probe.
Or it could be glitched. It probably is glitched. The hell? Okay, so yeah, that was a glitch because the mission failed and it didn't even make you go to extraction. It just failed just like that. No extraction, no nothing. Everything you did is pointless. Let's see if I at least got something. Yeah, I at least got at least this from just participating in the mission, even though the mission wasn't complete. I at least got something. I don't know. Could have been a glitch, or it could have been the most obvious answer, which is another thing you will learn when playing any MMORPG game, is that if you're running with a host, any host that that has bad network, or you're attached to a host that has bad network, their lag can affect the game itself. And if they decide to bounce and leave, the mission would fail. You'll get kicked back to your orbiter, but at least you'll get something in participation from the mission. So that necromancer probably was bugged.
Yes, yes, go good.
Due to either the host network, or it's a standard bug in the game. This is a survival. That's why it was a survival. This is assassination. I'm pretty sure I picked assassination, not a survival. So he was supposed to have woken up. The angel should have woken up for the assassination mission to happen, or I'll try it again and see what happens.
You have your orders.
If it happens again, then it's a bug. It's not someone's host.
One must make the best of things.
There's something wrong with the story
What time is it?
of what happened to us.
Okay, I've been going for more than an hour. It's an hour and 40. That's good. That's better than I expected for this this type of game. For Final Fantasy, I'm not worried because Final Fantasy is 3D model, 3D mesh. It's very old-fashioned, so the network can keep up with loading the type of 3D models. But this
exceptional error will go forever uncorrected.
But this is like 10 times more complicated than Final Fantasy original 3D model design. So this will always have lag.
Equip yourself with an Atropos probe that you may pierce the Vitrium with it. Atropos serum, a drug that opens perception to other realms, causing madness. Fortunately, the Vitrium lacks a mind to lose.
One last time.
Thank you, but boy, preserve me from a newly minted brain and a beginner on the fiddle.
If no one shows up again for the assassination mission, then
Yes, go
it
good.
truly is a bug that they need to fix. Because the Void Angel is stuck.
Very well.
And it's on public. Okay. A lot of people don't, or should I say a lot of people who don't game, just play games as standard. Randoms don't like MMORPGs because it requires them to grind a lot and requires them to deal with bugs and lags, whereas AAA games don't have to deal with that because you don't have to connect to anyone. I call those people clownies. Like, are you seriously calling yourself a gamer if you don't like MMORPGs or any MMO? Like, go that way, man. Just because you play games don't make you a gamer, man. There's a difference. I could go to football games, don't mean I'm a diehard football fan. Hell, I could watch football like all the time. Doesn't mean I'm the same as the dudes that are really into it. Like, if I watch football at least once a week, am I like the same as the dudes that are really into football? Like, invest more than just watching?
Atropos serum, a drug that opens perception to other realms and causes plasma. Unfortunately, the Vitrium lacks a mind to lose. Bird, you saw nothing. You say nothing. Yes. Waiting eye into the abyss, Tenno, and defend it whilst the serum does its potent work. Gaze into the abyss without Atropos serum. Acquire a probe. Quickly! Atrium is spent, but we must see more. Locate another probe. In your vicinity.
Where?
Inject the Vitrium to
Okay, I see it.
and keep it intact. We require it to see on our behalf.
Excellent.
murmur places a hand over its eye. Swat it away, naughty hand!
Oh, that's mine.
Well, we have seen all that we may from this vantage. I have marked a new Atropos probe. Multiple Victrium scanners can be probed simultaneously. A gamble, a risk, but worth considering to get this over with faster. Success! The Victrium beholds the swarm! Ha ha ha!
About time. Assassination target ahead.
Now or never. Challenge it!
Where is it? It just disappeared? Oh no, there it is. Okay, yeah, I'm here.
turns the tide. Let it break itself against you. Grasp that lingering curse, and pray no one heard. Discretion, bird. Discretion.
Yes, it's much easier to do any boss fight with a group. Much more difficult to do it by yourself, especially when you're grinding for standing. Never grind for standing by yourself. It's much better to do it in a group. It gets done faster. The only time you grind for standing by yourself is if you know you have boosters, resource boosters, credit boosters to assist you, a substitute for people joining you. Let's see where I am now.
We begin. You have proven yourself worthy of trust.
So I'm not going to be able to get
Stick around for a while, will you?
or maybe I can. It's just maybe that mission, assassination, didn't give void gels. So what I'll do is I'll take the cheap route and I'll do this last mission. If I don't get void gels in the first mission a lot, I'm just going to do Final Fantasy VII.
Now that you're here, Tenno, let's put you to...
Because you can't get those arcanes, you can't unlock those special things, and you can't get the Corvus frame if you don't build the standing. Fastest way to get that Warframe is to build the standing. Best way to build standing is to join parties, or put your stuff public and join randoms. So a recommendation, just like if you decide to play any MMO games or decide to play Warframe, recommendation is to do the same thing you would do in a Dungeons and Dragons game, like in Neverwinter. Only purchase that which you need. In Neverwinter, you get the VIP, which allows you to get extra astral diamonds every day once you're in missions and doing dungeons. In Warframe, the standard is sell prime parts, get platinums, and purchase credit, resource, and affinity boosters based on what you're doing. You don't need affinity if you're not leveling. You don't need credits if you're not looking for credits. If it's for resource, you need to build standing, and that's the booster you get. Same thing applies in D&D, same thing applies here. Only get what you need. Don't purchase any additional stuff if you don't need it. This is not a pay to win game. This is a pay to use your head game. which you don't have to pay for.
Guess that's all of them. Well, time to head back to the nest.
Another job well executed.
One must make the best of things.
Lloyd? Oh, yes, yes, good. You have your orders.
Okay, in this instance, I'm going to just switch to Necros. Could be the reason I'm using Hydroid for the reason why I'm not getting the gel. Since Hydroid's sole thing is to pull resource from the body, where Necros is to pull. I remember one of these people online was saying, if you're going to make videos and content for people to watch, it has to be relevant. Otherwise, it's just you playing the game. It's like, yeah, but I never play games just to play games, like just to entertain people. I always talk, most of the times, is to educate people on things in the game. Mostly for people in my client. But if they want to learn about how things work, they can learn about things in the game, from the game that I'm playing, or from other games related to it based on what I'm saying. Like, you would never know that Astral Diamonds was the thing you have to go through in Neverwinter, and that VIP is the only thing that you should purchase in Neverwinter for playing that game. Because if you purchase anything, the next update, and the next update, and the next update after that, they add new content, thus you have a new type of resource you have to get, thus you have to grind for that tediously to get that new resources, just like in Warframe. The only difference is their grind is tedious, and that thus they are pay to win. Thus you should always get just the VIP to ease off the grind, because they are pay to win. That's why they make their grind terrible. Here, the grind is more forgiving because they know people hate pay to win and pay to progress. So, Digital Extreme, knowing this, don't make the game pay to win. Or, every game is pay to win if they're MMORPGs. Every game. Where Warframe falls in that spectrum, it falls between the 25 to 30% mark They don't go at the halfway, and they don't go beyond the halfway. Thus, you feel the grind, but you also feel the progression. So it's not painful. It's below the halfway point. Painful. It's never at the halfway point or beyond. That's why when I'm playing, or I never play Fortnite, but if I'm playing Fortnite, I know it will be terrible in there. Or if I'm playing D&D, I know it's terrible there. And if I'm playing, what is it, Skyforge, I know it's incredibly terrible there. And if I'm playing another free-to-play game, which is Let It Bleed or something like that, I know it's terrible there. And even in games that are not MMO, that are AAA games, such as Call of Duty, I know the grind is terrible to get those things, especially Warzone. It's terrible to get the special things you want, because you have to spend hours just to get it. Or, better yet, here's a better one. For Honor. For Honor is the most tedious pay-to-win, pay-to-progress game in order to get what you want and have Battle Pass attached to it. Warframe doesn't operate based on Battle Pass. That's why when those 2 chicks, or 3 chicks we're talking about, I hate games that have Battle Pass and stuff, be like, I just wanted to get into the monitor and slap the shit out of all 3 of them. It's like, you normal fucking players that play video games don't know anything about video games. You're an average human being that play a video game. You do not understand how MMORPG works. You don't understand why they do certain things. You don't understand why battle passes are there. You don't understand. You only understand what greed is, but you don't understand what the people who are trying to satisfy the gamers without making it tedious, what they're doing, and how to identify the games that bleed out the audience and not to identify the games that don't bleed out. You could instantly tell a game that's trying to bleed you from the beginning, based on the grind, based on rewards, based on the stats. Not from the beginning as you're playing, but from the beginning what they're offering you. That how fast you're progressing at the beginning, at like a lightning fast speed, you instantly know something's off about that. How you're progressing at a lightning fast speed, and you're not even at the halfway point of the game. That is pay to win. That is pay to progress, because they're enticing you with bullshit, and you're sucking it up thinking you're playing something good. Whereas Warframe doesn't give you that. It gives you that at the beginning, but it gives you that at the middle, and it gives you that at the end. You're like, oh, you people are so dumb, man. You're all so dumb. You don't like to play Warframe because, oh, it's so much stuff. You're like, or it's not your thing, but like, oh, you're so dumb. Like, you people, I see the popular streamers as well as those who aren't popular. They have thousands of members following me. Oh, this world is so dumb. So many stupid fucking people. It's like I can't stand it when I see them online. Like, play Neverwinter and you will know what a pay to win and pay to progress game is, and then come back to me with Warframe. Pay for Honor, and then come back to me, play Madden, and then come back to me and say, is Warframe pay to win? Play those games. Play Madden, play For Honor, play Neverwinter. Then tell me about pay to win. Idiots of this planet. I see them with their wives and their kids and all the things, like, man, you fucking people. Like, god damn it, man. It's cool that you're a random player, but don't call yourself a gamer, man. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're not even trying to educate yourself in the ways of what is gaming. You're like actors going up at the Game Awards saying that they're gamers and that they love game, and you know those motherfuckers don't play games. Fucking disgusting. I know it's Christmas time, I'm trying to be jolly, but Jesus, man. I hate people who pretend. Yeah, I'm not getting any gels.
Your
15
strength
endo,
has made
35
all the
credits.
difference. We can hold the line
Nitrocells, 1 nitrocells.
if we must.
2 health. 100 health. I might have to find the gels off crates. And crates only. Yeah, the grind, the resource being pulled is not giving me. So the gels might be inside crates instead of from bodies. That I'll have to do another day. Final Fantasy is a long game, so I can't dedicate my entire time to this, plus I have stuff to do today. But that was, let me see if that was Gargoyle. I believe that was the Gargoyle. Gargoyle is to build a Gargoyle in your dojo, give resource to the Gargoyle, and then have ability to access all that the Gargoyle gives based on rewards once you farm for the Gargoyle. Let's see if it's a tactical alert as well. No, it's not a tactical alert. It's an event alert. Defeat fragments once and collect curses to feed them to the vial. Well, it's not vial. Vigil. Or, is that vigil? Vigil. Oh, okay. In your clan dojo. Okay. Murmur. Telemetry course. Connectivity 2.0%. Okay, so this is a group thing, and it lasts 27 days and 20 hours. The operation for the Jahun Gargoyle in your clan Jojo, or the Vigil. See, takes a while for your mind to catch up to words. So this is a group thing. Let me tell them. So this is freaking a group thing. I think I might attach a keyboard to this, so I'll have to use a group thing. The event. Tributions. Tribution. Feed Gargoyle. In the dojo. Yes, Gargoyle build. Statue room. I'll be back. contribute more. To contribute more. Alright, so I told that to them, and now I'm entering the dojo. So every one of my videos, even when I was doing video based on Radahn from Elden Ring, or based on Aloy, combat within the arena, how to use the weapon, how to execute certain things, what time should you spend doing this, what time should you spend not doing that. I don't do like videos I make in order to create builds, because that would take an incredibly long time, plus no one's paying me to do it, so I don't do it. But I try to say in the videos, and moving forward I think I might highlight it based on the timeline, what I'm saying. Like in this video, I'm gonna highlight this video for what I said with regards to Neverwinter, so people could know, so that if they never played Neverwinter, they'll know what to do. So if I do go back to Neverwinter, because there's a recent update with regards to that, I might say something with regards to For Honor, or with regards to another game during those games. But I won't make those videos because, one, it takes a lot of time to do, which I don't have, and two, no one's paying me. So, but I say certain things, like in Neverwinter, you never purchase something unless you don't have to.
Thank you so much for bringing me into your home. You know, it's not quite as squalid as I had feared.
Wait, what? You are going to contribute one curse. Damn.
Is that all?
Yep, he's right. I just gave him one thing. I did like 2 missions and I gave him one thing. Wow, that's a grind, alright. Okay, so let me, before I even hop off, let me see what the names of these things are. Let me write them down. Curse of seeing, curse of hearing, curse of knowing. Thank God they're not like 1,000 of them, or hundreds. They're only 30. We should get this done pretty soon. Let me just say it. Should as in you with the should spelling.
You should invite some friends to explore this jolly maze you've built. Based on Escher, was it?
If we all grind today. Spread the word. It's very important to unlock these things, anything that's new, because it makes it easier for new players who are joining your clan to access them. If you're able to do it and unlock it and allow them to access those things, they don't have to go through the tedious journey of trying to do it themselves. Another thing that's important when you're creating a clan or you're in charge of a clan, if you're going to do something like you're in charge of, you have to be the person doing the most, or doing half of the most, which means you have to do it yourself and get assistance as well. You must spread the word and you must ask for assistance, because you can't do it all by yourself. but you must be doing the work as well. Like everything in this dojo, every decorations you see here, I don't allow anyone to do the decorations other than me and one other person. Imagine so much decoration needed, this, and that's just one room. I don't allow anyone, because if anyone touches the decorations, anyone, they completely destroy the whole look of the place. You have to do it all over again. So this, every single thing you put in the dojo is a resource. So this is how I know people who call themselves gamers aren't gamers. No one in their right mind will do all this, of the most intricate things, small to the largest, unless they don't love a thing. There's a difference between a gamer and a person who's a gamer. You know, just playing games don't make you a gamer. It's a form of a lifestyle choice, a sense of being. If you ever watched the movie Ready Player One, it's a good example of what a gamer and not a gamer are. When the corporate manager is trying to explain that he's a gamer, but he's pretending to the guy who's actually invested in the world, live his life in that world, and in reality as well. The game world, the universe, the virtual reality of this world, Necros here, and the operator are both parts of myself. No one will understand this. Some people will probably laugh at this. It's like, well, it's the same as you were laughing at a guy who likes fantasy football. You don't understand his mentality because you have no intentions of understanding. But if what you love, let's say you love accounting, and on your off time you do LARPing, and you're an accountant, people will laugh at you for dressing up like a elf or a half elf or a warlock. But they won't understand that as part of your lifestyle choice, because they're not trying to understand. It has meaning to you. It's a representation of who you are, as if you don't want to be in the world that you're in, but you still want to be in it. You want to drink coffee and eat food, and you want bagels, and you like driving cars, but you wish you could have met a real elf in real life, though you know you can't because it's impossible. Or you wish you could be a ninja in space, and you wish that was real, but you know it doesn't exist, but you wish you could. So you look for things attached to those things. And you cannot find them in books when you're reading story like Larry Nevin's story, Ring World. You can't find it there because it's just description within words. Warframe and games are a representation of what you read in words, transform into physical things that you see with your eyes, and you can move with your hands. You can't actually touch them. We haven't gotten to that technology yet where you can actually touch what it is that you're playing. But this is the closest thing you will get until such a time happens. Virtual reality VR is an aspect of it, but it's not really. I would prefer this over VR because I know the illusion is destroyed, because you can't actually really touch it yet. So I'd rather keep this than VR. But that's the whole description of what I'm saying. So when people say I don't educate in videos or you're wasting your time just playing guys, like, you're not listening. So that's it. I'll jump on Final Fantasy. Hopefully, no. Final Fantasy, I don't need to talk in that one. I pretty much know what I have to do unless there's something I have to say in that one, which I won't. This is just one to describe this game and what needs to operate in this game. When it comes to the MMOs, I have to talk. Especially for the MMOs, I have to talk. Because MMOs are more complicated than regular games. And AAA games are more complicated than other games. You have to talk. In the Evil Within, I had to talk because it requires a person to understand what's happening in the game. Just showing what's happening. How you're killing the enemies, where you're going to, how you drink coffee to get your health. That doesn't mean anything. They could see these things, experience these things. They don't need you to talk. But when it comes to how to get the best out of a combination attack and survive for much longer, it requires you to actually talk, either in text or in words. So yeah. So that's it. I'm hopping on to Final Fantasy.